everybody! Today we're going to be sharing with you another recipe video. So this time it's going to be a paleo inspired butter chicken.
This is another good recipe for either your packed lunch or for a dinner at home. Now for the carbohydrate, what we've done with this recipe, it is not authentic to do so, but we've added potato and sweet potato to the curry itself into the sauce. And that really thickens up the sauce with the potato starch as well, which is good. But if you still want something to soak up that curry sauce, you could either use rice if you're not strict paleo, or if you are strict paleo or AOP, you could use cauliflower rice. So if you want to see how we make that, let us know, we could make another video. But how we'll be eating it is just plain with the potato in there.
Yeah.
So let's get started.
Okay, so for the spices, what we're going to need is about 1 teaspoon of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of paprika, and 1/4 teaspoon of chili powder, depending on how hot your chili is. We're also going to need 2 tablespoons of garam masala and 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds. You'll also need the seeds of 4 green cardamom pods. For the curry base, we're going to need about 1 can of diced tomatoes, or you can use fresh tomatoes if you prefer, and also 1 tablespoon of tomato paste. You'll also need a can of coconut cream and some coconut oil. Into the curry, we're also going to be adding in some organic chicken thighs, a sweet potato and 2 white potatoes, half a red onion, 4 cloves of garlic, some coriander, 2 red chilies, and a thumb of ginger.
Okay, so we're just going to start by prepping all of our ingredients, so chopping up our vegetables and chopping up the chicken into kind of bite-sized pieces.
De-seeded a coriander pod before, all you have to do is take one and then get your knife, and you just want to press your palm down till you hear the crunch, and then you get the little seeds out. So you just want to do that with all of your pods, and they have a lot of flavour, so you don't want to go too crazy.
Okay, so to start off the curry, what I'm going to do is just add about a tablespoon of coconut oil to the pan, and then on a kind of low to medium heat, I'm going to soften those onions and garlic. So now that we've softened the onion and garlic in the pan, the next thing I add is some spices, or all of the spices actually. Now, I add these before I add the chicken or any of the other ingredients, just because it's good to get more heat to your spices and release their flavour. So now we just stir in the tomato paste and the diced tomatoes. After about a minute, you can add in your chicken and stir that just for a couple of minutes until the outside of the chicken is sealed. So now it's time just to stir through that coconut cream, and once that's all stirred through, we can add the potatoes, and don't forget some salt and pepper. Okay, so if you find your curry is getting a little too thick, you can either add a bit more coconut cream or just a little bit of water. So I'm just going to add a little bit of water because I think the starch in my potatoes is going to thicken this quite a lot. Okay, so once your potatoes have started to soften, it's time to add some of the more delicate ingredients, which we'll start with the chili and ginger. And finally, when you're ready to serve, or just about ready to serve, we can add the coriander. Okay, so now the curry's ready, it's time to plate up. It smells really good.
One of the good things about this curry is that the sauce, especially the longer you cook it, the more you kind of reduce it down. The sauce will get thicker and more gluggy, which is kind of delicious. And it's good if you want to take it to work or something, because when you reheat it, it's not like you're going to be trying to drink soup. It's going to just kind of hold together a bit better.
Time to eat?
Yeah, time to eat. The other thing is, if you like to have like lots of different vegetables, you can feel free to add in like some broccoli or some cauliflower. And if you're going to do that, yeah, you just chop it up, chuck it in whole. It doesn't really matter, it'll just kind of like, it's just a hodgepodge really. You just chuck everything in and eventually it gets cooked, so good. Sharing with you 4 of our tips for having better skin naturally.
So that's not to say that our skin is perfect.